All right, hey guys, this is Chef Shawn with Cajun Smoke. Today, I'm gonna show y'all how to do some stuffed bell peppers, the Cajun Smoke way. I'm gonna show y'all, but first we're gonna clean the bell peppers. We're gonna take some of the stems and all off, and then we're gonna boil them. So let's get started. All right, so how I do my bell peppers is I like to go around the top, real easy. All right, we're all the way around, and then just pull that stem, and then you got most of the stuff is already out there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean all of the white off of the inside, because that can lead to a not great taste. So we're just gonna clean that off a little bit, and then so we have our clean bell pepper right now. I'll wash these after. So there's one. Let's do one more so I can show you. Like I said, right at the top, right on the top of it. And we're just going to go all the way around, because we want this bell pepper to stay whole so we can stuff it. Some people cut it in half and stuff half of it. Well, I like a whole stuffed bell pepper. All right, so once again, let's get that white stuff out of there. Get a good sharp knife to stick in there. And then we're just gonna, just like that, look at that. All right, beautiful. Now, got a nice clean cavity with all of the white off. All right, and I wanna show y'all one of the things. We're gonna use some bell pepper inside the mix itself. So what I like to do is, you have the top portion by the stem. Well, if you just break it off, you save those top pieces right there, and that's your bell pepper that you need to put in, and it'll be perfectly enough to have. So that way you don't have to cut a bell pepper up. I mean, why waste the stems? You got it right there. So we just, like I said, just break off the top. Breaks real easy. And then we'll just chop that up after. So I got a few more bell peppers to do. So after that, we'll go ahead and we'll cut up the other seasoning. So we got our bell peppers all washed. I got them in a pot right now. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add just a little bit of salt to the water. Just a little sprinkle. Okay, and we're gonna boil these. They're gonna kind of turn like a jade color, which pretty much is gonna be fork tender. So if you can stick your fork through, like, you know, right here, and you stick your fork and it goes all the way through, it's gonna be great. You don't want to overcook them, so then they'll all fall apart. So we just want to get it to fork tender, and then we're gonna go ahead and then we'll brown our meat and all after. So right now, let's get this boiling. We're about done with these bell peppers here. You can see they kind of look like a, I don't know, like a jade green, or I don't know, they're not bright anymore. So we're just gonna put one on the side right here, and we're gonna test it. Look at it, it goes right through. That's it, they're done. Okay, so we're gonna turn that off, and be careful when you pull them out, because they can tear. So what I like to do is I'm going to put it upside down so the water can drain. All right. Just be very gentle with them. Dump the water. Look how nice these came out. Like I said, if you boil them too much, they will fall apart, and a tongue would just go right through it. Okay, so we're going to leave these out for a while now, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to get started on the inside. We got our pot ready to go here. I'm going to go ahead, you can use oil, you can use some butter, a little bit to brown the ground meat and all. Well, It just so happens from Cox Meat Market Reserve around me, if you can see that, they sell fresh beef tallow. Beef tallow is one of the best things to use. So you can see it comes in a little block. So instead of using all the oils that have different ingredients, that's not just corn or canola, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use some beef tallow. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get all of that heated up there. And we're going to put our ground meat. We got 3 pounds of ground meat. Some fresh ground meat, not tubes. Well, you can use the tube if you want, but I like good and fresh. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown that ground meat. Of course, we're gonna throw some of the Cajun smoke in there. It's okay if you're heavy-handed, because remember, Cajun smoke only has 2% salt. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this all cooked up. All right, guys, so we got our ground meat all brown, nice. Okay, this is 3 pounds of ground meat. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I have cut up already 3 medium onions. All right, let's get everything out of there. We don't want to waste them onions now. Got that flavor. Okay. We have 3 cups of cut up mushrooms. I cut them up into cubes. If you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to put them. I'm just showing you the way that I cook them for my family. Okay. We have 1 cup of green onion, shallots, whatever you want to call them. Put all of that in. All right. Now we have 1 cup of the chopped up bell pepper. That's how much we had from those when we pulled off the tops. So like I said, you get a lot. That's a cup. That's all you need. You don't want to put too much because it can overpower everything. Okay. Last thing we have is 1/3 cup minced garlic. Beautiful. Now with all of them vegetables, I'm going to hit it heavy with the Cajun smoke. You got a lot of ground meat in there. So you can see we got a lot right there. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix all of this up good now. And I'd like to say, y'all can see I got this old pot right here. This was my grandmother's pot. This thing is probably, I know it's a lot older than me, so this thing's probably at least 70 years old. And it's still, I boil some shrimp in it, I do whatever in this pot. Not like the cheap pot you get today. Okay, so now you can see. We got all of that stirred in real nice like. So what we got to do now is we got to simmer it. All right. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on about a low to medium heat. All right. We're going to go ahead. We're going to put the top on it for a little while. And we're going to let it smother for a little while. So we got all of our ground meat and all brown. We're going to put a cup of Progresso Italian breadcrumbs in it. And we're going to mix it up real good. All right. Now we got that all mixed. So now what we're going to do we're going to turn off the fire. All right. So we got our bell peppers and all. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stuff them. Put some of that ground meat and all in there, and we're going to pack it down a little bit. Get some more. And then we're just going to keep going, and we're going to keep stuffing until it's all the way to the top. Put as much as we can in it. Okay. So when that's done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in our pan. All right. And we're going to take the Progresso Italian breadcrumbs that we already put in there. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle it on the top. It's going to give it a nice crust on the top. Then we're going to hit it with a little bit more Cajun smoke on the top of it. All right. There we go. And that's going to be ready. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the other ones. And I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do next. We got all the bell peppers all stuffed. We're ready to put them in the oven. We got a 350-degree oven. We're going to put them in for 30 minutes. And we're going to pull them out. Then it's time to eat. We are done. Here comes the Cajun Smoke stuffed peppers. Look how beautiful that is. That is going to be some good eating tonight. As always, we'll be back with another episode. Please like us at Cajun Smoke LLC. Follow us. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.